So it's all for play for still.
I think so. Do you want to bet against us?
Hello, everybody. Whoa, that ended way quicker than I thought it would. How's everybody doing? I'm on my lunch break, so I said I would go on live and see if we can get, depending on how many speeches the dignitaries or the indignant trees that speak at UEFA conferences are going to do, we may get this live. I hope we get it live. I have no idea whether we will or not. But obviously, Aston Villa back in Europe, draw going on today. Everybody's really, really excited about it. Well, I know I am anyway. So it's great. I think we found out this morning, and I'm going to bring up some information here as well. You know, we found out this morning who we can and can't be drawn against. So we're going to take a look at that in a moment. And I, for one, I'm hoping for Hibs. I know everybody else there. It's funny because I was speaking to one or two people and they said, "Oh God, wouldn't it just be our luck to get our first European trip away and we just have to travel up, or stay within essentially the same island and travel up for those of you in Birmingham and travel up to Scotland." But I think Hibs would be great. I think it would be a lovely potential trip away, and it also, from a completely and utterly selfish point of view, would be one I'd be able to go to. So that's one that I'm looking for. Pop in the comments there who you guys would like us to draw from the teams. But if you don't know who we potentially can draw, I'm just efforting to get that up on screen here as we speak. So let me just share my screen. Let me share my screen up onto the screen. Here we go. So today it was, the groupings have been released already. They were released this morning at 8 a.m. And I think it's fair to say that Aston Villa have been given some teams in there that can prove to be, in the great words of Steve Staunton, potential banana skins when Ireland played against San Marino. That's what he described them as. So what we're looking at here is we're looking at potentially Lech Poznan, Aroca from Portugal, who are an absolutely unbelievable story. I think they've only spent something like 60 grand on transfer fees in the last few years. An absolutely amazing story. We've got Osijek from Croatia. I butchered that. We've got Adana from Turkey. We've got Brann in Norway, and we've got Spartak Trnava from Slovakia as well, along with down at the very bottom, Luzern from Switzerland, or Hibs from Scotland. And the reason I went Hibs, as I've said before, is because there is a huge potential for just a good get together there. I've got people I know in that live in Edinburgh, and it would be a great day out. I am watching, for any of you guys that are wondering where you can watch this, let me just share it in the chat with you guys, because it is open to viewing on UEFA's website. I'll pop it in here. You can watch it for yourself, and we can all watch along on it together there. So it's at UEFA.com, and there is a link for the UEFA Conference League draws that are in there as well. So they're just going down through bits and pieces here. They're just talking about how it's going to be drawn at the moment. So hopefully this won't be a long process. I'm just listening in there now. Yeah. So Group 1, Group 2, Group 3, Group 4. We're obviously in Group 3, as you guys can see here. So this is fun. If you guys want to watch along, you'll be able to find out who has been drawn against who in the other groups as well. And there might be some marquee events in there too. So I have never really done anything like this where I have to shut up on camera before and to try and listen to something else that's going on. But if you're not watching, there is a very sparsely populated room here in UEFA. There's a very, very well-kept man with a beautiful suit on here talking. They've just clarified again, as per normal, the teams from Bosnia and teams from Kosovo cannot be drawn together. That's happened in years past. I must say, this man, you could set your watch by his hairstyle. This guy that I'm watching here at the moment, you could set your watch by it. It is sharp. Certainly not like my Kemp Maine at the moment. Wowzers, 550 people watching, and I didn't even advertise this because I was terrified I wouldn't be able to get a link. Thank you, everyone. Yeah, it's like a lecture hall here. It's actually like a lecture hall meets an Apple retail store if anybody's ever been in one. They've got lovely benches across there, and everything is clean lines, just like this man's haircut. Okay. We've somebody who's talking about digging into the teams in Group 1. So, okay, and we're away. We might get this done on my lunch break. This could be groundbreaking stuff. This is Group 1. This does not affect Aston Villa Football Club in any way, shape, or form. But groups or teams are being drawn as we speak. And the first team out is the winners. Lincoln Red Imps have been drawn somewhere, and I don't see them on my list on the right hand side. So I am lost. I bet Borisov would be. I should really listen more. Have Ballingarry a team in Europe this season? Yes, they do. They do. We'll be playing. Hopefully, we'll be drawn out in Group 4 here. Okay, I think we're into familiar territory here. I'm lost already, guys. This is the worst watch along of all time. I'm lost already because draw results of Group 1. No team that I've seen on my screen. So, Lion Peterson, you're looking for Brand because it's in your city. Well, we all have a place to stay. And Lena Peterson, I think is how you pronounce it. Once again, I'm absolutely lost. I don't think they're drawing the Europa Conference League teams here at all. Oh, the Champions draw is first. Yes, Keith. Sorry, they did mention that. So Keith Cassidy says the Champions Pat draw is on first, and then they come to the playoff rounds as well. Okay. Johnny Martin is looking for Frankfurt to be drawn out here. HSS, yes, this is being shown on. It's been shown. I'm watching it here on UEFA.com. You can watch it here. I think it should be on their YouTube channel as well, please. Please? What did I say, please? But they should be on their YouTube channel as well, should I say. I think I repeated please because I'm getting your man said please in my ear. This is why I don't do watch-alongs, because too much concentration to be needed. Okay. Anyway, while this is going, I'm gonna mute this for a moment because I don't really care about the Champions Pat draw. I don't care. 2 reasons. Don't bloody understand it. Just give me what I'm here for. Show me the Villa. Show me the Villa. Show me the Villa. That's all I'm here for. So, just looking at the teams here, I suppose let's just have a little chat and see who we'd like to see from the, I suppose, from the other groups here. Obviously, Eintracht Frankfurt are the main attraction, I think, in the Europa Conference League this year. Obviously, with Juventus not being there, Eintracht Frankfurt have had a super few seasons, and they're going to they're obviously got the highest coefficient there as well. Fenerbahce, Midtjylland, Bodo Glimt. I know every single footballing hipster out there is a big Bodo Glimt fan. I do love one of their players, Patrick Berg. That is that's still with them. I think he left for a year or so. I was somebody I was advocating Villa should sign in and around the time about 2 years ago. That we should sign him as a midfielder, but I think Villa have kind of surpassed him at the moment. Some really tasty potential ties in there as well. I think FC 20 as well within that group are obviously somebody who could who other teams would not want to face, I think, in there. But I think Eintracht Frankfurt are the main attraction there. And if we move down into Group 2, Besiktas, we got people here from Besiktas as well. I should really have mentioned Besiktas. I work with a lot of people from Turkey, living in Turkey, living all around Turkey, and there are some really huge Besiktas fans in there too. And Fenerbahce fans. So there's interesting conversations between both of those whenever we have meetings, specifically after they play each other in the league, which is great. Any other comments there as well? I'm going to go back here, back through. We've got people here. We've got D'Italia here from Fiorentina. This is brilliant. How we must have people from all different codes, colors, and creeds and nations here. This is fantastic. This is superb. I really wish I could broadcast the whole lot of it now, but I do have a hard stop around 1:40, unfortunately, when my lunch break is over. So I do apologize for anybody who we may not get the Villa draw. Unfortunately, we may not get it, but I'm hoping that we do. You can blame UEFA. You can blame UEFA if we don't get there, if we don't get to this. Paddy is in and around the place. If we do not get to this, obviously we will come back at our nearest convenience to do a reaction to this. But we have it. We've got more stuff. They're talking here. They're describing stuff about UEFA club coefficient rankings. So we may get this in. Just talking about different seedings and unseeded places here. So thank you to everybody who's around. Thank you for everybody who's not an Aston Villa fan. We've got an FC 20 fan here as well, Mia Neves. Brilliant stuff. Delighted to have you all here. Really delighted. As I say, this is a whim. I just happened to be on my lunch break and all of a sudden went, you know what, let's stream it. Let's see if we can get it in. So let's hope that no lights go out here or anything like that, or nobody rushes the stage and delays it, because we may very well get the Aston Villa pick in here as well. Ryan says, I don't know what's happening. This is reminding me of the Intertoto Cup. Confusing. Yes, confusing for me also, right? Confusing for me, so much so. We've got we've got other fans of other nations and other teams in here. We've got somebody here from Aris Thessaloniki, a fan in here as well. This is brilliant. Never, ever, ever expected other people would find this on the internet. And as Oliver Cal says, Hibs are no easy tie. Absolutely. I want Hibs, not because it's an easy tie or anything like that. It's because I've got mates who live in Leith, and I would definitely go and stay with them, and I could nearly throw a stone in the door of Easter Road. So that is purely selfish reasons, because I've got an easy place to stay in Leith, so that I could go to the game. George Harrison asks, how am I watching the draw? It's on UEFA.com's website. That is where I'm watching it here, and it's also on their YouTube channel, I think. It wasn't on the YouTube channel when I started streaming, but I think it may be up there now. So you can go to UEFA.com and you'll be able to find it there. Yeah, let me pop in the link here that I'm using. There we go. Popped in the link once again. Okay, they're nearly ready and they've nearly explained everything. So I'm going to wait for the man with the beautiful hair to come back up again, and then the other man with the beautiful accent and the beautiful glasses to pop up once more, and then they should start drawing out the different ties. So it's going to be interesting, and hopefully we can get down through all of these and get to see Villa before I have to clock off again. Yeah, Jude says, had to put my head in a bucket of ice, overheating. Where are you, Jude? Are you somewhere? Is it just because of the complexity of the draw, or what is it? Oh, Paddy might have joined. I don't know. Is Paddy gone again? Oh, I think Paddy, you're here, Paddy. Are you? Paddy's here. Gonna pop you up, Paddy. How is life?
Life is good. Greetings from sunny Shannon.
Yeah, we've got fans of every team in here, Paddy. This is amazing. I never expected this as well. We've got Poznan fans. We've got fans of Bodo Glimt, who I gave a good talking up there a moment ago. This is brilliant. Where do you watch? Where can you watch the draw? You can watch it in UEFA.com, everybody, once more. You can watch it on UEFA. I might put it up in a ticker at the very bottom of the screen there. Maybe let's see if I can do this. Let's see if I can do this. Paddy, you talk. Who are you looking for, Paddy?
I want Hibs, but I'm pretty sure now in our look that if we get that draw, Hibs will lose and we'll end up going to Sweden and pay 20 quid, or Switzerland and spend 20 quid on points. So yeah, that would be just our luck. But I think a battle of Britain would be good crack.
Oh, we have teams being drawn, Paddy.
Excellent.
Let's see, we've teams been drawn. The main part of this year's playoff. Yeah, Paddy's setting his Ferrari, says Philly. Number 5. They have numbers and everything in here now. Oh my God, who's number 5?
This is going to take forever, is it?
And their opponents would be number 1, apparently. 5 will play against 1.
But there's only 4 in each group.
Oh, yes. So Hapoel. So they're drawing just by numbers. So Hapoel play Frankfurt. Hapoel Shiva or Levski Sofia will play Frankfurt, and Frankfurt are away. Dilagori or Hapoel will play Ghent or Pogon. And then Lech Poznan or Spartak Trnava will play Slavia Prague or Dnipro. So they are the draws. That's the draw here. Nothing for FC20. Yeah, this is interesting. What a weird system. What a weird system.
Well, it's not like UEFA to do things weirdly, is it?
No, it's not. Okay. Oh, they're drawing all the groups together. So that's essentially what it is. So clubs assigned number 8 are... This is bonkers, guys. I'm going to be really honest with you. This is bonkers. So teams number 8 will play the teams assigned the number 4. And we have Aston Villa play Hibs. Oh, Luzerne, everybody, away. Aston Villa versus Hibs. Oh, Luzerne, away from home in the first leg. Manifested, guys, manifested. We also have the OSK, our Sepi OSK playing. Oh my God, the team from Kazakhstan. We've Bodo Glimt. The team from Kazakhstan play Bodo Glimt. Our Pyong from Armenia. We have, and they're gone off the screen. Apologies, everybody.
Who cares?
Aston Villa versus Hibs.
Yeah, that's the one we wanted. Now all Hibs got to do is do their job and get past them. Because
the John McGinn derby.
It'll be a big payday for Hibs if they should they pull that off. So
exactly,
they're going to really want this one.
Absolutely, yeah. That's I'm going to stick with this. Apologies for everybody. I've missed who the other teams were there in my celebrations. But no, teams signed number 3. Actually, do you know what? In a way, I like this. It cuts out all the messing because you're drawing all the groups with all the clubs together. Yeah. So 3 versus 7 here, which gives us Anomia FC or Michelin versus Liga Warsaw or Austria Vienna. That is a great tie. We've got Lille versus Torshavn or Rijeka from Croatia. We've Olympiakos or Genk versus Adana Demirspor or Osijek from Croatia. So there are the 3 games there.
So is that confirmed now that we're away from home for the first leg?
Yeah. It's the way it came up on the screen.
Great news.
Tom, you can watch it at this link. Villa versus Hibs. We've only been messing about it for the last 2 weeks, Paddy. Well, you were looking for, was it Gazira? Gazira. Yeah, but they couldn't. But
yeah, once it became apparent that Hibs was the option, that's the one we wanted.
Yeah,
do you know what?
Absolutely.
On a full day, in a full stadium in Easter Road, there's very few places like it to watch football.
Yeah,
it absolutely rocks. So it's going to be a really, really good one. I guarantee
Yeah.
it's going to be a really, really good one. So,
Absolutely.
yeah, looking forward to them confirming the dates and then trying to work out how the hell you get tickets.
The next group of teams for anybody watching are Fenerbahce or Maribor versus FC20 or Riga. That's going to be a nice tie. We have Thessaloniki or Dynamo Kiev versus Besiktas or Nefki PFK, and then we have Santa Coloma or Alkmaar versus Arocha or Bran. That's a nice tie. There's going to be a nice tie out of that as well. I don't know much about the Andorran team, but I presume Alkmaar will come out of that side. Apologies to anybody who's watching from Andorra. But there's some nice ties there as well. Yeah. Yes, HSS. So I'm actually going to mute this because I'm not too interested in the rest of the draws, to be honest with you. So Hibs still have to play a game. Hibs have to beat Luzerne of Switzerland, which is going to be a tough tie. It's going to be a tough tie for Hibs. They have to beat Luzerne. So it's Aston Villa versus Hibs or Luzerne. I suppose that's the most correct way to say this.
Yeah.
Making it. I don't know when that game is on again. But if Hibs do come out of that, we will play the first leg on the 24th of August. Second leg then will be a week later on the 31st of August, and that will be the playoff round to get into the Conference League itself. Which is exciting. Luzerne would be no pushovers either, within the Swiss League too. Like they would be heavy favourites, I would say, or maybe not heavy favourites, but they would be favourites to beat Hibs, I would imagine. Paddy, would you agree with me on that one?
I don't know. I looked at it earlier and I would have
They play on
thought
Thursday. They play on
them?
Thursday, sorry. Yeah. The first leg is Hibs have them at home on Thursday.
So we'll have a good idea after that one which way it's going to go.
Yeah.
Hopefully Hibs get a good start and like I just think this is a magic occasion that Villa can go and take over Edinburgh and have a really good time there. Obviously, we'll have to wait and see how it goes.
Exactly. Luzerne are managed by Liechtenstein legend Mario Frick. If anybody has played championship manager or football manager, Mario Frick, I used to always sign him just because he played at Liechtenstein. But he had a pretty decent career. Played an awful lot in Italy. Was a pretty decent player. Born in Switzerland, so that's and he did play with Luzerne, and he is he is manager of Luzerne, should I say? And that is who is. I'm looking up Luzerne here just to see do they have any players of note. I'm sure they do. Just taking a look here. Shouldn't really do this. Kemal Ademi, he would have played with. He was with Fenerbahce recently as well, and Basel. Yeah, he played with Basel in 2019, 2020. But yeah. Interesting. I'm going to be watching that game, I think, on Thursday, Paddy.
Absolutely. I think the viewership of that game has suddenly gone through the roof. The amount of people who want to watch it.
Yeah, former Schalke midfielder, Crystal Palace midfielder, and Fenerbahce midfielder. Max Meyer as well plays with Luzerne. And he is 4 caps for Germany, so he's somebody that is there as well. It's really going to be interesting, as I say. It's Rob P is supporting Luzerne. He wants to see Villa in Switzerland. Yeah, as I said, do you know what? We were only so excited because we've been talking about playing Hibs for so long. That when it came up, it's just one of those things. But look, we're in Europe. Let's play any team. It doesn't really matter. It's European competition. It's European.
And look, the most I suppose the main reason I want Hibs is because you've got that potential Battle of Britain. Plus, it's not costing the fans an awful lot of money to get there, because the next few months are going to be an expensive few months for fans. So at least a trip to Edinburgh shouldn't be technically as expensive as going to Switzerland.
Nick McMahon says Hibs have had an awful pre-season and lost on Saturday. Fans screaming for manager's head. Poor old Lee Johnson. Doesn't he have? He has previous with Aston Villa as well. Lee Johnson, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Poor old Lee Johnson. Poor Lee Johnson.
Don't have much love for him now, I have to say. So, albeit I do have a lot of love for Hibs. They're a great club. They're one of the originals in Scotland, and great history, great fans. Really good place to go and watch football.
if I'm not mistaken, Jake Doyle Hayes now plays with them as well. Former Aston Villa player.
Did I
I
see?
am 99% certain he does.
I always mix him up with Harry McCurdy. Did I see
No,
one of them? Did I
Harry
see one of
McCurdy.
them?
He's
I
there
think
too.
yeah, but I think I saw one of them in a hospital bed after an operation at the weekend.
Oh,
That's
I don't
what's
know.
yeah,
I don't know.
definitely an ex-Villa man. Anyway, I can't remember.
You know what? I've got this.
Didn't physically see him in a hospital bed. I saw him on Instagram in a hospital bed.
All right. I've got this wonderful thing here called the internet, and I will just look that up because that is interesting. Yeah, Harry McCurdy requiring surgery, which could sideline hips forward for 6 months. So it looks like it was Harry McCurdy. Heart issues. Yeah, heart issues. So I wish him all the best, former Aston Villa player. And really making his name for himself up there. But Jake Doyle Hayes, I know, is in there as well, and he's somebody that I know Irish fans were looking at previously, and didn't quite make it through the Aston Villa system, but making his way in the professional game at Hibernian, which is great.
Yeah. Also the former club of John McGinn and John McGinn's brother, and a lot of family links to that club. So it's going to be a huge occasion for him should Hibs get through.
Yeah. Yeah. Look, it's yeah. We're going to look forward to it. It's going to be an interesting game, regardless of who we play. It's European football, as I say. It's European football, and we should all be excited about it, regardless of who it is. And even you should even be excited about it, even though I've spelled something wrong there. It looks like, but that's okay. I don't really care. Paddy, will you go to this game if you were lucky enough to be a man, lucky enough to acquire a ticket?
No comment.
just in case somebody is listening, is it?
Well, I know for a fact, given that my son's affection for Hibs after spending a weekend there just before COVID, that he's going to really want to go. So I hope he's got a few quid saved for it.
So he's going to treat you. He's going to treat you to it.
He's going to treat me. Yeah, I've a feeling we'll watch the game in the Hibs end as well, which won't be much fun. But if that's the way we've got to get tickets, that's the way we'll get tickets.
Yeah, so a couple of people asking who Villa got, and they will Villa have been drawn with Hibs or Luzerne. So the winner of that, which is on that game, is on this Thursday, 10th of August, with the so we'll all be watching that, I presume, with great intent to see who comes out of that. And then the mighty Aston Villa and Unai Emery's men will be facing them over 2 legs to see who gets into the Europa Conference League proper after that. This is interesting as well from Paul Miller. 17k capacity for Luzerne and 20k for Hibs. God only knows how we get tickets. That is a contemplation, all right, for sure, Paul. But look, we'll worry about that at a later date. We're worried about that at a later date for sure.
Yeah.
But I think we're going to leave it at that, everybody. Thank you so much. At one stage, we had 700 people watching this, and fans from every part of Europe, I think, were tuning in to watch this. But and thank you so much to everybody. If you liked my my blind panic and not knowing what the hell was going on, and if you follow Aston Villa in any way, shape, or form, please give us a thumbs up, and please follow and subscribe to the channel here, because we'd really, really like to have you on board again. Thanks a million, Paddy, from joining from your Ferrari. And also, thanks a million to everybody who watched here. Exciting day and an exciting situation for Aston Villa to be in. And it's going to be exciting next few weeks as well, as Unai Emery ramps up towards not only the league, but also the Europa Conference League as well. And builds upon a very good pre-season that we've had so far. Myself and Paddy might actually even be back later on tonight with just a little review of the Valencia game and also just pre-season in general. So if you want to come and join us about 9:30 tonight, we'll be back on, and I should have asked you, Paddy, are you okay for 9:30?
Yeah,
tonight?
all good. Yeah.
9:30 tonight, we'll be back on and we'll have a chat about pre-season in general, and then start ramping up towards the start of the new season. Thanks very much, everybody. Hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, and we'll catch you the next time. Stay safe, stay healthy, and all that's left to say is up the Villa.
Up the Villa.